a whole lot more. We're 145,000 members strong, and we want you to join the Louisiana Farm Bureau family.
Visit lafarmbureau.org, the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
GBT is the great banking team. 3400 Line Avenue, Mansfield Road, Williamson Way in East Texas, next to the Bellagio. Ain't no bots at GBT, folks. Real live human beings answering the phones in the teller window, and when you go into the bank, real humans. GBT, the great banking team. Sports World 8809, Juella in Shreveport, Louisiana, is your local uniform professionals since 1973. That's right, since 1973, they've been taking care of your school uniform needs, your softball uniform needs, cheerleader, baseball, football, basketball, you name it. And for you refs out there, oh, they've got you covered as well. They got the striped shirts, they've got the sunglasses, they got everything you need. Sports World, 8809 Juella, just off 3132. The easiest way to reach us on the show is through the Live Oak Waste text line, 318-GUY-PILE, 318-489-7453. Brought to you by Live Oak Waste, liveoak-environmental.com. If your dumpster hasn't got the Live Oak logo, that's just trash.
Was this young man hit by a car?
Yes, and his helmet is smashed.
It's probably a fake. Fakes cause real harm. You're smart, buy smart.
Go for real.
Brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council and the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office.
Are you ready to take your brand to new heights? At Town Square Media, your success is our ultimate goal. At Town Square Media, we understand that reaching your audience across various platforms is essential in today's fast-paced landscape. One size fits none in the realm of marketing. See firsthand how Town Square Media crafts tailored solutions that align with your unique goals. Whether it's increasing brand awareness, driving sales, or fostering community engagement, our ability to customize strategies that deliver exactly what you need when you need it. Town Square Media isn't just a partner. We're your brand's most passionate advocate. See how Town Square Media can transform your vision into a reality that resonates, engages, and inspires. Call and schedule your free business analysis today. 318-688-1130. 318-688-1130. Your brand story starts here with Town Square Media, where innovation meets impact and your success is our priority.
Tiger weather now.
About to put the brakes on these warm spring-like temperatures. Thunderstorm chances return tomorrow. Then we turn colder for the weekend with highs in the 50s and lows at night in the 30s. Clouds here today, 77. Cloudy tonight, 66. Afternoon thunderstorms with our weather system tomorrow. High tomorrow, 72. Saturday, partly cloudy, mid-50s. Richard DeWetting at the Weather Channel.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City, 1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports.
The following program is paid for by Tim Fletcher.
How the heck are you, man? This is the Tim Fletcher Show on 103.3 FM, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM, 1420 The Goat in Lafayette, Louisiana. So happy to be here with you. My name is Tim Fletcher, and I sound like I've got a cold because I've got a cold. So stopped up, I need Bobby L. Green Plumbing over here. Hint, hint. Hey, that's Dirtfoot, isn't it? My ears aren't stopped up. You know why? Because these guys power through everything. Yeah. My good friends, did you know you can call us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline at 318-725-5945? 318-RALLY-45. Yeah. Mudbugs Hockey coming off a sweep this past weekend. Hitting the road the next 2 weekends. Back at home at the end of the month. Mudbugshockey.com, 636-7094. They're dropping the Mardi Gras jerseys. Did they drop yesterday, Greg? Did you see that? Sweet new Mardi Gras jerseys from the Mudbugs. Get you a new jersey. Not a new jersey, but a new jersey. You can text us on the Live Oak Environmental text line, 318-GUY-PILE, 318-489-7453. Live Oak Environmental text line, 318-GUY-PILE. Here's the deal. Live Oak Environmental does a great job. Matter of fact, I saw them over at the coffee shop right over here when I was stopping by to get coffee and a muffin this morning. Hard at work in the big green trucks driving around town, emptying those dumpsters. And, buddy, if your business doesn't have a Live Oak logo on the dumpster, then that's just trash. We know it, you know it, we all know it. Save some money. Get better service. Work with the Walters crew and the local folks over at Live Oak Environmental, 318-230-7125, liveoakenv.com. The Early Riser portion of our show is brought to you by Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132, your local uniform professional since 1973. Sports World, when it comes to your uniform biz, when it comes to your athletic gear, when it comes to your athletic equipment, you know who has it all? Sports World. And they've had it since 1973, satisfying customers on a regular basis. Yes, sir. My friends, we're on the social media. We're on the X at Fletcher Worldwide, at Fletcher Show, at Hey Boy Rogers, at Hester32, and at Greg Atoms, ATOMS. We're broadcasting the show as well on the 50,000-watt radio station here. We also stream the show with live Technicolor sound and Panavision audio on the Tim Fletcher Show Facebook page, on the Tim Fletcher Show YouTube channel. Golly, is there anything else I can name after myself? The Tim Fletcher Show Kennedy Center. No. The Tim Fletcher Show. Oh, Fletcher Show on X. There we go. I like that. Oh, and at the end of the show, Greg is substituted in here for Rogers to help me lift each individual hour into the potosphere so that wherever you get your podcast from, whether it's Apple, Google Play, iHeart, Spotify, Podbean, Poderific, Chicken Pod Pie, Pod People, I like to potty all the time. The audience is feeling it today, man. That's awesome. I love it. Wherever you get your podcast from, we'll have it there for you at your leisure and pleasure. How about we start the day with a little SEC update? Yeah. Your SEC update is a paid advertisement brought to you by Bo Harris Wealth Management. There are pertinent questions as the year has now begun that I hope that you're asking yourself, or at least when you hear these questions, you're like, oh, let me ponder that for a little bit, Samantha. Do I have enough money to retire? I'll answer some of these. No. Am I ready to retire? Sure, but no. Am I prepared to retire? No. Will I always be able to manage my investments? Oh. I hadn't thought about that. Am I ready to listen to advice of a financial advisor who also comes from a friend you can trust angle? Huh. Yeah, that does sound good. I kind of like that. Well, that's the essence of what Bo Harris Wealth Management is all about. Bo Harris Wealth Management, bringing you this SEC update. Last night in men's basketball in the SEC, we mentioned while we were visiting with our buddy Wess Moore out of Little Rock yesterday, Darius Acuff is a really, really good basketball players. Chris Beard found out last night. He said he is a stone-faced man. The freshman lit up Ole Miss with 26 points and 9 assists to help the Hogs get off to a 2-0 start in league play with a 94-87 win over the Rebels in the Tad Pad. Missouri topples Kentucky 73-68. Mark Mitchell with 21 points for the Tigers. They're 2-0 in league play as well, 12-3 overall. Oklahoma goes into Mississippi State and gets derummed 72-53. Josh Hubbard poured through 30 points for Mississippi State, who improved to 10-5 overall. Oklahoma, that's only their 4th loss in 15 games. Also last night, 13th ranked Alabama strolls into Nashville to take on the 11th ranked Commodores, and Vanderbilt remains undefeated with a 96-90 win. Tyler Tanner, 29 points, 7 dishes, 3 boards. In the 96-90 win, Vanderbilt now 15-0, 2-0 in league play. That's Alabama's first league loss. Saturday's tilt, everybody gets after it. Tennessee and Florida play in Gainesville at 11 a.m. LSU and Vandy or in Nashville at Vandy at noon on the SEC Network. At 1 o'clock, Georgia at South Carolina. Oklahoma and A&M play at College Station at 2:30. Arkansas visits the Plains of Auburn at 5 o'clock. Also at 5, Missouri and Ole Miss in Oxford. At 7 o'clock, Texas and Alabama in Tuscaloosa. And Saturday night at 7:30, it's Mississippi State versus Kentucky. Right now, the early lead in the SEC standings. Well, there's a couple of teams at 2-0. You know, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Missouri, A&M, and Mississippi State, all 2-0. The only teams without wins, well, there's 5 of them. LSU, Auburn, Kentucky, Texas, and Ole Miss, all 0-2 in league play. And that, my friends, is your SEC update. It's been brought to you by Bo Harris Wealth Management. Bo Harris is a super-duper good dude who's a former Captain Shreve Gator, LSU Tiger, Cincinnati Bengal legend. All he wants to do is have a cup of coffee with you and start talking about and working on and coming up with an investment game plan. Bo is a certified financial planner. You'll see CFP designated behind his name on his business card and on the door. Certified Investment Management Analyst, CIMA, C-I-M-A, also a hard-to-achieve certification. Securities are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Bo Harris Wealth Management of Conservative Financial is a separate entity from WFAFN. Bo Harris Wealth Management. Online at boharriswm.com. Downtown Shreveport, physical office, 223 Fannin. And you can call Bo at 318-670-3101. 318-670-3101. Time now to say good morning to our old pal, Greg Adams. No booze. No booze. Oh, wait, that's Rogers. No booze. No booze. Good morning, Greg Adams. How are you doing?
Got to be honest, I'm tired. This is usually something that you have to prepare for a little bit. I know you're a grizzled vet when it comes to the waking up in the middle of the night thing.
I'm grizzled, buddy.
I'm not. I used to do mornings. Yeah. Mornings for I don't know, 5 years straight at one point, and probably a collective 8 years.
Okay.
I got used to it.
Sure.
And then within 2 days of not doing it, was no longer able to do it. And I wake up in the middle of the night staring at my phone as it's making sounds at me.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to throw it against the wall.
Oh, I get it.
I want to go Ari Gold in my bedroom. And I'm feeling it.
Yeah. I was paying attention to the Razorback game, kind of took a little break from that last night. I was like, okay, I'm getting kind of tired. And I just fell asleep at 8:50. Woke up at 1:30, wide awake. Time to go to work. It was not time to go to work. So, yeah, it's weird, man. By the way, our man Rogers Hambone Hampton is recovering after a medical procedure yesterday. He is A-OK right now. He's in a little bit of pain, and we're still wondering, Greg, after his procedure, will there be any directive from a physician to curtail some of the beer drinking?
Yeah. I don't have a medical degree.
What?
Yeah, I know.
I've been
Shocking.
telling people that you do, which is
not a doctor. Just play one on the radio.
Oh, wow, boy, I've got an egg on my face.
But
what is that?
I don't think it would be in the best interest to tell Rogers to stop.
Yeah.
It's probably very unsafe to do that, and I mean for the doctor. It would probably be
probably not go well.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I think that would probably be.
I don't care what.
Yeah.
How many feel-good meds he's on.
Yeah.
At the moment that you tell him that.
He's going to feel better with a cold Budweiser.
The Hulk will pour through that.
Right.
And that doctor would be at risk.
He would be in a very, very dangerous spot. I've got a little cold, as you can probably tell. No fever. Checked it again this morning, 97.8, which is that one of our FM stations here, Greg? Sorry, buddy.
No, it's not.
It's not? We're not 97.8,
nope.
The Tickler?
Nope.
Has anyone ever had a radio station called The Tickler?
I would put money on that it has happened, probably in South Florida.
I bet you're right. It's Clem and Crazy Larry on The Tickler in the mornings.
What kind of sound effects do we have? Just hit them all.
Yes, absolutely. Whoa! So I texted Roger's daughter Lauren yesterday and said, "Hey, I've got a cold. It's nothing bad, but I said I do not want to give it to Rogers because I know he's in pain. The last thing he needs to be doing is coughing, sneezing after he's had some little procedure done." And she said, "I understand it, but Greg, I absolutely positively was going to sneak a couple of beers up there to him."
If maybe he's not conscious, but he's got the IV hooked up. You just take the bag off, put the can on. Yep. Take care of it right there.
Nurse comes in and there's like a 6-pack of Bud.
And he's sitting up in bed holding a full conversation. He's supposed to be unconscious. Like Popeye. You just pop the can, slap it in, all of a sudden he's got muscles on muscles.
That's his spinach, man. We've got to get the Budweiser to a Hambone as soon as possible. So, Raj, we're working on a plan, man. Somehow or another, if you get out of there today, then we'll have to figure out something different. But if you're in there for another day, wherever you are, don't worry, we're going to get some beer to you somehow. So we do hope that Rogers continues to recuperate, and that the doctor did not tell him to give up ice cold Budweiser. Even if the doctor said, "Hey, you might want to lay off the Budweiser for about a couple of days," that's not going to sit well. It's almost a weekend, and Rogers hadn't had anything to do. He has not had beer in like 3 days.
Have they checked to see if this is the issue?
Greg, you bring up a very valid point. Is this what has caused Rogers' problem? We may never know, because whatever it was, apparently it's fixed, and so we're ready to rock and roll with Raj here. Hopefully early next week. So that would be good. So Raj, if you're listening, which I know you're not, because how would he listen? Lauren would have to go up there and fix his phone to where he can, and then he would be worried about that China or Russia is listening if he downloads an app. So, and they are, because if there is one guy in this country that the communist soul suckers out there want to find out more about, it's the Hambone. Because they look at him and go, how is that man alive? We've got to study him. We need him on our turf. But keep your hands off, as my Little League coach, Chick Cordy, one of Monticello's only Italian residents growing up, on his Chevy pickup with a bumper sticker on the back, Mafia staff car, keep your hands off.
Witness protection.
They were awesome. Cordy's were awesome. He was a great Little League baseball coach. Love that guy. We love Little Rogers too, doggone it. Little Hambone. How many nurses has he called sweetie?
That's the pain scale. Like you go in and they ask you like how on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the pain? We measure it by how many nurses have been called sweetie.
Sweetie, right. Or what he calls them, sweetie, darling, sugar, or nurse.
Oh, he called her nurse. Get the morphine.
Get the morphine, quick. Beep. Yeah. So we, if I think it goes nurse to sweetie, sugar, and I think the ultimate is, hey, darling. Because I know that's what he calls me and Patrick whenever we take him home after a couple of swigs at walk-ons. Hambone. Get better, man. The world's a better place with Hambone is absolutely confound. You know, one of the funniest things, Greg, I've been doing this. I've been here 31 years now, right? Yeah. And I've been doing radio since 98. So what is that, Greg? 27 years? Yeah, 27 years.
Yeah, well, and going into
28.
Yeah.
Or 20, yeah. And, well, overall, going back, to when I was 16, I've had, been doing radio 35, 40 years, 37 years probably. One of my favorite things to this day is how Adam Hester is confounded by Roger's mercurial likes and dislikes, hates and loves, finds attractive, finds deplorable. There is no rhyme or reason. And Hester, I will look at him when Rogers decrees something, and I will just look at Adam because Rogers can't see him for some reason over his monitor over there. And Hester, the incredulous look and then just the bowing of the head and body shaking with laughter is one of my favorite things in the world when Rogers absolutely throws another curveball to our man Adam. 6:19 the time. Get well, Raj. Greg is here. It's college football playoff Thursday. You feeling the excitement? It's a football Thursday, just the way that the college football gods intended. Ole Miss and Miami getting after it. We've got NBA trades. We got Major League Baseball trades. We got coaching rumors. We got all kind of fun stuff to get after. And, we've got almost 4 hours to do it, so we can get into everything. You can call us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, 318-725-5945. You can text us on the Live Oak Environmental text line, 318-GUY-PILE, 318-489-7453. And we hope you visit our friends over at GBT. If you're looking for a bank that gives you the friendliness and the customer service that you thought was no longer a thing of the 2020s, artificial intelligence has replaced customer service. Is that what's happening out there, Greg? I'm calling you Rogers like 5 times a day, and you look absolutely nothing like Rogers. When you get to my age, Greg, you just call things. You know what I mean? GBT is the great banking team, and if you're looking for a bank that can handle the most complex business transactions, they can certainly handle that. If you're looking to refinance your home, they can do that. If you're looking to buy a truck, they can do that. I know because I've done that. But if you're also just looking for a great bank to have your checking account with, your savings account with, have your bills paid out of it, and you get to see and talk with very friendly people who know who you are and really appreciate your patronage, then you're going to want GBT to be your bank. 3400 Line Avenue, just south of Byrd High School, East Texas. No, where is it? Yeah, Texas, East Texas, next to the Bellagio in Bossier. And Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, who hasn't seen Rogers in a couple of days, and they're probably worried about that. GBT, the great banking team. We'll be back with more of the Early Riser portion of our show brought to you by Sports World right after this.
Hey, y'all, this is Eddie Kennison. As a former Tiger and pro athlete, I know what it feels like not to be at your peak. If you're tired, losing strength, or just not feeling like yourself, it could be low testosterone. That's where Rejuvenate Medical comes in. Their team knows how to help you regain energy, performance, and confidence on and off the field. It's real people right down the street with real support from a medical team that listens and real results you can feel. Schedule your consult today at rejuvenatemedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
There are so many reasons to shop at Chevyland. They are the #1 Chevy dealer in the area, for Pete's sake. But I'm just telling you right now, if you're in the market for a Silverado, that's the place to be. The Silverado LTZ that I'm driving around has everything that I'm looking for. Look, I'm getting older. Maybe I don't drive as well as I used to, which is why I love the front and rear parking sensors, the surround view camera system, all right there in that Silverado LTZ from Chevyland. 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport. Together, let's drive. We know baseball, football, basketball, soccer, track and field. Name the sport, we've got the world for it. Sports World, they control the universe of our local sports. If they ain't got it, you can't play it. Sports World. We appreciate Sports World bringing you the early riser portion of our show every day from 6 until 7. They're opening their doors a little bit after that. Give them some wakey time. But when they're there, you know you're getting the ultimate sports professionals at Sports World, 8809 Joella. When you text the old Tim Fletcher Show, buddy, you're using the Live Oak Waste text line. Roy Walters' crew is ready to make sure you don't ever have to worry again about your trash. Whether it's at a business, a restaurant, retail center, apartment complex, you shouldn't worry about your trash. Leave that to Live Oak, man. 230-7125, liveoak-environmental.com, liveoak-environmental.com. 230-7125. Don't worry about your trash. Leave that to Live Oak.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger.
Doing some research, guys. Arizona State, got a lot of folks transferring in and out of there. It's a transfer portal, Greg. I don't know if you're aware of that. That's a big thing. Early riser portion of our show, the Tim Fletcher Show, with Greg Adams sitting in for Raj. See, it sounds like they're booing Rogers. Adam will be here soon. The early riser portion of our show is brought to you by Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132. Your local uniform professionals since 1973. Sports World. The wall of gloves, the vats of bats. It's travel ball. It's middle school baseball and softball season. Everybody knows that you got to have a bat with base hits in the barrel. And if you've already extinguished all the base hits out of the barrel of your bat, well, guess what? They've got bats with endless base hits still locked up in the barrel, just waiting to be unhinged on a diamond near you. Sports World, 8809 Joella. So someone posted this out there on social media. Greg, sometimes social media becomes a pariah. It's a cesspool. It's a hellhole. Sometimes it is exactly what we want. Ben Volin says 10 years ago, Tom Brady only ate spirulina and avocado ice cream and called soda poison for kids. Now he's doing commercials for Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut replies, great recognizes great.
Fact.
Yes.
Actually, not fact, though, because not to disparage the GOAT, Pizza Hut ain't it, though.
Oh.
And
whoa. I didn't know we were bringing knives out this morning.
You would need a knife for a pizza because you can't use your hands because it's too soggy.
Wow. Sir, what has the Hut done to you?
It just ain't
So
it.
what's your national chain pizza go to?
It's got to be Little Caesars.
Well, you're a Michigan guy.
Number 2 would be Domino's.
You're a Michigan guy.
Number 3 would be Jets.
That's not even a thing.
It is.
You're making up stuff.
Not at all.
That is sold in the lower peninsula or whatever of Michigan.
Well, it is, but it's a. How many Jets pizza locations?
There are no Jets pizzas in Louisiana. I'll tell you that much. Sir, we are here not to disparage. I tell you what, our little Pizza Hut over here on Pines, I'd get it a couple of times during football season for the fellas on Fridays. Came through like a champ. I will eat any pizza. Domino's, heck yeah. Papa John's, sure. Little Caesars, hot and ready. You know, back in high school, you know what they called me, Greg?
Tim?
Nope. No one ever did. No one ever did call me Tim, I don't think.
Probably Fletcher.
There's a little bit of that. But the old high school sweetheart called me hot and ready. You know why? Is this what's our rating on this show? Are we NC-17 or are we PG?
No, not even close.
We're G?
Yeah, I mean, technically. No, I guess we could be PG-13.
PG-13?
Yeah.
Yeah, called me hot and ready. You know why? Because I had a red Plymouth Champ that would overheat repeatedly. It was always hot and red. Hence, hot and ready.
So I'll let you know that Jet's Pizza is all over the map in Texas.
Nope.
They actually Alabama, Kentucky, Nevada, Tennessee, Arizona, Michigan, New York, Texas, Colorado, Minnesota, North Carolina, Utah, Virginia, Ohio, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, Missouri, Pennsylvania, Washington, Wisconsin, South Carolina, Montana, Illinois, and Indiana.
There were only about 7 of those states that are actually in the United States that you just mentioned.
There's only one that I mentioned that is not, and that is the state of Ohio.
What does Jet's Pizza bring to the table that's different than, say, Pizza Hut?
Delicious pizza, number 1. Fantastic breadsticks, number 2.
Pizza Hut's breadsticks are fine and dandy.
You got to respect the crunch, and you're not respecting the crunch here. That's the number one thing that Jet's Pizza brings. That
crunch.
The crunch.
Where's the crunch?
When you get the caramelized.
Oh God.
The caramelized cheese where it meets the crust around the edges.
Okay.
That's where the magic happens.
Okay, that's you brought me back. It's not bad. Now I am a St. Louis style pizza guy. The cracker crust.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
So
it's not even pizza. It's Cheez-Its.
No.
It's Cheez-Its that they sprinkled some cheese on.
No, dude.
I would rather eat one of those Pittsburgh things that they put the cold cheese on after they bake the pizza.
No.
I'd rather eat one of those.
No.
But we can all agree that the worst pizza in the world is that bread bowl tomato soup they call pizza in Chicago.
You're not a Lou Malneri's or whatever.
It's not even pizza. It's a bread bowl full of tomato soup. They sprinkle some cheese on top. It's not pizza.
I have had, isn't it Lou Malneri? Isn't that the biggie? I've had it hot in Chicago. I've liked it okay. I know my man Roy is a devoted fan of it. Has it shipped here to him. I am a U.S. Pizza Cafe Little Rock guy, and that's St. Louis style pizza with a cracker crust kind of thing. Smitty's comes very close. You and I both are. You're a Smitty's guy, aren't you?
I do enjoy a Smitty's.
Okay.
You know why? Crunch, the crust.
There's a
thin crust.
crunchy crust, yeah. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm not turning down any pizza. I like the St. Laurent pizza. What's the one that it's a food truck?
I don't think I've had food truck pizza here.
There's a good one, and I can't remember what the name of it is. Shoot. But you starting off throwing Pizza Hut like just into the wolves is just bizarre. Ball and Socket says Razorback pizza is the best. Joe's to Go, is that the one I'm thinking of, Cookie Man? And he also is a Smitty's pizza lover.
So here's the thing. I know that people associate New York with pizza.
Yeah.
But truly, the pizza capital of the United States is Detroit. We had a lot.
Because you got Domino's and Little Caesars corporate offices there?
Hear me out.
Okay.
The Detroit-style deep dish is
which
the
Pizza
American
Hut brought
pizza.
back, by the way, to the American public. Thank you, Pizza Hut.
They didn't have to bring it back because it never went away.
They introduced it to everybody. How about that?
Cast iron molds that were used in the plants were what they put the pizzas in to bake them in the factories and then eat them on site. That is an American invention. It is American pizza.
What factories are we talking about? They're making these pizzas in them.
GM.
Oh, in the actual
Ford.
car manufacturing.
Yeah,
plants.
that's when there's a lot of immigrants that came to Detroit.
Okay.
To work
in them.
A lot of Italian Americans.
All right.
Out of Detroit. They brought these ideas. They did it in Detroit. This is a Detroit thing.
Okay.
It's not something that was made somewhere else and and just brought to our shores. It was made in America. That's American pizza. The heart of American pizza.
So you're saying Detroit pizza is true American pizza?
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys that, look, I'll eat New York pizza. Don't get me wrong, been in New York a handful of times. Got pizza nearly every time. I enjoy it, but it's gas station pizza to me. You know, it's no different than a good Hunt Brothers pizza.
So I'll take your argument that you made before, and I will say that, yes, that does actually help to prove my point that Domino's Pizza, Little Caesars, Hungry Howie's, Jets Pizza, Cottage Inn, and Happy's Pizza all formed in Michigan.
Huh.
All those national chains from Michigan.
By the way, the Detroit-style pizza, originally baked in rectangular steel trays designed for use as automotive drip pans or to hold small industrial parts in factories. Our man Greg Adams is not going to lie to you. He's going to lay it to you straight. Detroit pizza. And again, I'm looking at a Detroit-style pizza. Greg, if you had one right here in front of me, we would be ripping
yes, it would be destroyed.
Ripping it to shreds.
That edge where the cheese meets the crust around the edge of the pan. That's where the magic happens.
Dude, I'm all over the magic. You know, one of my favorite things, and this is something that I've tried to get done, and I love Rotolo's pizza too, don't get me wrong. I would, because I love Rotolo's crust. And when our buddy JP and Jennifer owned the Rotolos, we were telling them, hey, look, in Little Rock at the Pizza Cafe, honey packets on the table. Honey packets on the crust after you eat the pizza to the crust is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
What are we doing here?
Try it one time, Rogers Hampton. Don't poo-poo it before you have a chance to do it. Honey on a good bready crust will change your life.
I thought we were getting somewhere. We had the agreement on the deep dish. We were coming together on this, and then you break out honey.
Yeah.
For pizza.
Yes. Absolutely fantastic. Again, whenever you hear anyone serving a St. Louis-style pizza around here, please text me because I am all over it. From the Live Oak Environmental text line, barely moving Chicago fan, tell Greg, who's talking pizza with you, to get the blank out of here.
That is, you're a Chicago fan, it's a fib. I mean, come on.
Ping Pong says Joe's To Go is the best pizza truck. Okay, so that's the one I'm thinking of, Joe's To Go.
Sounds good.
903, I'm a thin crust kind of guy, but the Detroit style is good. Again, it's pizza. Ooh, New Haven style.
Yeah, I mean it's like tavern pizza. It's not really like
Again,
it's
not turning it down.
It's not bad, but like I don't know, if I had my choices, it's not. It's better than Chicago. I mean, it's not bad. No, it's up there. It's up there. I'll give them that.
I like the chewiness of the cheese and the dough. You know, I could go with that. What I will not go for, Greg, is anything that's got a white sauce on a pizza. That's not a pizza. That's not a pizza.
Can be done.
No. Margarita pizza? No, thank you.
It can be done, but it has to be.
That's disgusting.
Like it's almost got to be a brick oven. It's a thin line.
Can't do it. When they brought out margarita pizza, we went. Flying Heart's got good pizza. When we went there for the media luncheon for the Independence Bowl, they were going to bring out like a pizza every now and then. First one they put down at our table, margarita pizza. Thing stayed there for 45 minutes untouched. Do you know you're talking to this is a bunch of sports writers, radio people, and TV people. Ain't nobody here eating spinach on a pizza. Give us meat, and it will be gone. From the Live Oak Environmental text line. Bingo says, a little pepper jelly on pizza is great. Now we're getting crazy. I like pepper jelly on a cracker. Wait a minute. A cracker
Now hold on.
Wait a minute.
Now hold on.
I love pepper jelly.
It's got a little bit of spice to it. So
yes. And I am a late to the party pepper jelly fella. They call me late pepper jelly fella Fletcher. I did not like pepper jelly. It disgusted me to think about it. Love it now.
It'd have to be in moderation.
I'm not going to slather it on there.
Yeah,
yeah. Brushtop says, great topic. Pizza King was best. Pizza King was outstanding. Pizza King on East Kings Highway, back before you got here, Greg. I don't know if you know this, but where you know where Centenary College is? It's over on East Kings Highway. You familiar with that place? They used to have Restaurant Row, buddy. We had Pizza King. We had Joe's. We had Merle's. We had, George's. Incredible food. All gone.
There's
Filling Station, Flanagan's.
There's a lot of restaurants over there still.
It's called Wendy's in Waterbury.
Come on. There's some local places over that way.
What? Oh, we got some Mexican places. So we got that. That's about it.
I think you got a wing place over there still. You got
the pizza place that was there was so good, moved downtown. We've got Fat Calf, further up towards Bird.
Yeah, that's going the opposite direction of the way that I'm thinking.
But everything else is fast food until you get down the road.
I'm going the other way, so I guess that's the problem.
Shankenstein says, Hunt Brothers ain't bad on the run. If it's fresh. We always go back to Johnny's, of course.
Yeah.
How can we not mention Johnny's?
Johnny's
it's a go-to.
Yeah.
A hot Johnny's pizza. Dude, you give me a hot Johnny's pepperoni pizza, and I like beef, pepperoni, sausage, bell peppers, and black olives. All that. You give me a hot Johnny's pepperoni pizza, I ain't ever going to complain about that.
No, the best thing about a Johnny's pizza is that you can grab it like the pizza buffet. Like you can just grab
the one on Burt Coons Southern Loop is nuts.
You can just grab anything and go, and you ain't gonna be on location. Like they'll be in concession stands. You can grab that sucker. Man, I crushed one of those last year at GeekCon.
See,
real quick too.
Barely moving checks back in. This guy waxing poetically about pizza like there's any bad pizza. All pizza matters. Stop trying to divide us, Greg.
All pizza by definition is good. However, some people are calling things that aren't pizza, and that's a problem.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Ghost Jeff says, brocades, bricadas, bravadas. Gosh dang it. Texting, bricadas.
The phones are not cooperating this morning, which is
no. Cookie Man says, let the hate begin. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. No, it does not, sir.
No,
it does not.
Hold on.
No.
Put a little bit of a barbecue base.
Oh, come on. Just go to a barbecue joint.
Put a little pineapple on there.
Go to Hawaii.
Get some big chunks of Canadian bacon on there. Maybe some pork belly.
What are you doing?
Making a delicious pizza.
It sounds like you're a 10-year-old who his parents just went to...
You're putting honey on pizza.
Yes, because it's delicious.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Bingo's here's got a little thing here. The Perrain, 2 types of pepperoni, 2 layers of cheese, and a drizzle of Noni's pepper jelly for the ultimate pepperoni experience. Okay. Peach pizza from Johnny's for dessert. 870 says, now I'm hungry. They have peach pizza?
It's a dessert pizza. They've got like a peach cobbler pizza.
I knew they used to have an apple.
Yeah, I think that.
Or cinnamon. I know they have a cinnamon one.
A cinnamon one, yeah.
I thought they had an apple one. So it's peach?
There might be. Yeah, there's a peach cobbler one. Every time
over
I'm
here
at the buffet.
Okay.
I will even interrupt the flow of regular pizza plates to make sure that I get a plate of that in before I hit the wall. So I'm aggressive in my ordering of plates. You get your base plate where you're trying to just see what's on the menu. Then the second plate is the attack plate. That's the one that you go in hard. Right. Usually you do a finish off and then maybe do a dessert depending on where you're at there. But with a Johnny's Pizza Buffet, after the attack plate, you go with a dessert plate just to make sure you get the dessert in. Then you go with the finisher plate.
So dessert, not the finishing plate, because you're afraid of missing out completely on
Yes.
it. Okay, yeah.
There are some places that you have to do the dessert after the attack so you don't miss out on the dessert. If you can't tell, I am a big man, over 300 pounds.
You're not over 300 pounds.
I am over 300 pounds.
No, because I'm under 300 pounds.
I am 303.
Bigger than you.
I am thick.
I will tell you this. I haven't heard the pizza buffet stages really described as perfectly as you just did, because that first trip to the buffet really is kind of a feeling out process. Yeah. I'm going to get a couple things. There's a couple things I like, but I don't want to be the guy that comes back with 7 pieces of pizza. But the second one, because then you've sized up the competition. You looked around and said, "Oh, there's Greg over there. He's a 300 pound guy. There's Puff. He may weigh 70 pounds, but he can put away some pizza. Oh God, Netherton just walked in. Okay, I got to get up there." And then that's when it becomes elbows and a-holes at the buffet line.
This strategy of buffet applies to any buffets.
Chinese
buffets,
absolutely.
Chinese
buffet, yes.
Yes,
sir.
You have to just
feeling
survey,
out, attack, dessert,
possibly dessert. There's a
finishing or dessert. Yeah, I like that.
So it depends. Like on the first pass, you do check out the desserts. It's amazing,
Greg. I think every time I go to a buffet, I think I go through the 4 stages of Greg Adams buffet high school.
I think everyone does it without even realizing it.
Right.
I just sat down and actually put terms to it at one point.
There are Nobel Peace Prizes awarded for less.
I will accept.
JJ, congratulations, John James Marshall, named one of the 2 journalists to receive the Distinguished Service Award for sports journalism going into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. 11:30, the Tigers' very own John James Marshall, who also, of course, wrote for the Journal, Times, been a sports editor, radio guy, had a TV show for a while, still doing our radio show here with his brother Ben. He's a Hall of Fame guy. And I think, Greg, what you have done is Hall of Fame worthy.
I will accept.
Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Ponzi says, in this economy, it's hard to beat a Sam's Club pizza.
Hey.
Whole Foods pizza. Bingo, bango, bongo. Good stuff.
The Sam's Club pizza, I don't know what it is that they do.
Crack.
Crack
is whack.
If you get it there, it's... Like, I've bought them and taken them home. It's not the same. Like, whatever it is that they do there, whatever's in that I don't get it sometimes. Like, the simplest things can be so good.
It's amazing. Simple is good, Greg. Sam's gets it done. 903, I'm a thin crust kind of guy, but the Detroit style is good. I fell in love with pizza at an early age. My dad would load the car and take the entire family to Mazzio's on Mansfield Road. There's a Mazzio's pizza in Monticello. Cookie Man, I like Johnny's, but they're inconsistent on their cook. Sometimes it's floppy, the topping slide. I like it, but I ask for extra crispy.
Always
extra
order
crispy.
well done.
Well done.
Just say
extra
well done.
crispy
every
place.
That's not a problem. Yeah, that's not a problem for them. That's a problem for anywhere that you're adding like
more
a heavy
toppings.
sauce and
right.
more toppings.
I'm light sauce, extra crispy, well done.
New York style, I will never ask for it well done. I want the flop.
I don't want the flop in anything. I like it. I like the cheese browned.
All right.
Neck roll. I grew up on George's. I really miss it, but I would be eating an omelet next to some guy at a table 1 foot away, chain smoking, reading the paper. Oh, the 80s.
The way America was intended.
That's right. And our lungs got tougher for it. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
We got kids walking around with weak lungs.
Yeah.
Keep vaping, kids.
Oh.
Is there a Pizza Geek Con in the future?
A pizza convention would be kind of cool.
It would be fantastic.
Pizza convention.
Like we have the Taco Wars. Why don't
Did you say pizza? Did you say a pizza party? Are you inviting me, Tim Fletcher?
You know, Igor, there are other microphones. You don't have to steal his.
I like being on top of Timmy. I like when Timmy and I are very close together like
I've
this.
got a cold, and you just were all over my microphone.
She's immune.
I'm so immune. I'm Mexican. Look at me. Woo!
You're Mexican? You've never mentioned that.
Mira, listen to me. The
How late
coolest
are we
thing
for the
I've ever
break? 15
witnessed.
minutes?
Very late, but we're going to do the trick.
The best thing I've ever witnessed at GeekCon was me not getting invited to the ultra secret pizza party.
I didn't get invited either.
Okay. Seeing pictures.
But I'm not an employee.
Of
you should be in
the
shape.
Ninja Turtles serving pizza.
Oh, my gosh.
That
really?
needs to be a thing every single year.
That's pretty funny.
We just need to throw a pizza party for whatever reason.
I'm all in. Pizza party.
Yeah. Tim
GeekCon pizza
volunteers.
party.
Tim and Hambone. And
We're in.
Can you make it happen? Do you know somebody? I know somebody with GeekCon.
He's not only GeekCon daddy, he's Mardi Gras
Papi.
Mamba.
Mardi Gras. Okay, we got to work on.
He's the white Mamba.
Don't call him that now.
That's what he is.
Why do you ignore us? Are you going to say yes?
I was watching the Cincinnati-Iowa State women's basketball game from last night.
Uncle Lewis says, it's a rare occasion that I've learned something of significance before 7 a.m. Thank you, Greg, for your buffet doctrine. Cookie Man, have you tried Adam's Pizza House in Greenwood, close to the old Kelly's Truck Stop? Also a new place in Bossier, Get Down City on Ben Road called Sal's. That's the one.
Yeah,
Sal's.
Yeah.
That's the food truck one, right? That's in a fire truck.
He does have a food truck, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an ambulance.
Yeah, ambulance that are both newer style. I've had Sal's. It's good.
Yep, new location. I bet
There's no such thing as bad pizza. That's my theory. I mean, there can be a pizza prepared poorly, but every pizza place can make a good pizza.
As long as it's actual pizza and not something that's not
Are
pizza.
you about to come after Chicago-style pizza?
He's already buried Chicago style.
Did he give you guys his unpopular opinion that's actually legit?
Not employees of this station.
We talked about this. Some of the best pizza that you could get, Little Caesars.
That's how this whole thing started.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He poo-pooed Pizza Hut champion.
No. Pizza Hut ran so we could walk.
Absolutely.
They brought us the stuffed crust.
Right. They did a lot of things. They brought back the Detroit pizza for the entire world. He says, everyone knew the Detroit pizza.
And this guy knows how to read because of the bucket program. Otherwise, he still wouldn't know how to read. And Pizza Hut was his influence. This man would do all this hard work day in, day out to get his little accelerated reader points so he could learn to read.
There is the true story, Greg. And, what are you called now? Are you Chica or what? Are you still Chica?
Whatever you want to be, Poppy. I'm Mrs. Netherton. Buster's my man.
During the Katrina, when Tulane was up here, and they were playing at Ruston and had to live on the campus of Ruston, I was writing a story that we were sending to ABC, and I went and got my Pizza King by the campus of Ruston, and I wrote my story on the back of the Pizza King box while I was driving from Ruston to Shreveport. I wrote the copy for my story on the back of the pizza box. And so when I got back to the station, I was like it was rushed. I had to have it done quickly. And so I read all my stuff off the pizza box, knew the sound bites I was going to put in, and I've saved my pizza box. It's still in my little case.
Ew, that case must stink.
Well, there's only like 3 pieces of pizza still left in it. Greg, do we need to take a time out? Okay. Our Lafayette audience is like, what the flip is going on up there? Well, we're going to take a break. Early riser portion of our show brought to you by Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132, your local uniform professional since 1973. Sports World, getting the job done as they have since 1973. Think about all the athletes they have helped out. And good morning to our friends over at Porter's Cleaners. They're getting it done today, boys. Get your dry cleaning dropped off by 9 this morning. It'll be ready by 5, and by 9, out by 5. Back after this.
Bigger, better, 90,000 square feet of boat and RV deals, all in one huge sale. The Shreveport Bossier Boat and RV Show, January 9th through 11th at the Shreveport Convention Center. All the top brands, more RVs, more boats, one-stop shopping, live music, entertainment. Grab a 3-day pass now for just $10 at ShreveportBoatShow.com. No charge for kids 12 and under. Parking is free. The Shreveport Bossier Boat and RV Show, January 9th through 11th at the Shreveport Convention Center.
Look alive, student crew. Coach McCocherson here for Sports World, letting you know whatever football equipment you need right now, they got it for you at Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132. They've been taking care of football players for 50 years. 50 years. Do you know how hard it is to find a 50-year-old football player right now? They can find one for you at Sports World. Looking for a chin strap? They got it. Need some shoelaces? They got it. You need some Gatorade gum? They still make that? I think they got it. Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
We've all seen the smiling face for Goodwill Industries, but do we know what Goodwill Industries of North Louisiana is actually doing in our community? Did you know they provide janitorial services, groundskeeping services, switchboard operators? They also have employees at state offices and libraries, at the federal courthouse, the VA, and the private sector as well, right here in Shreveport-Bossier, with accounting, payroll, HR, IT, maintenance, and so much more. Yeah, they've got the retail centers, and yeah, they've got 6 job centers, but they do so much. Goodwill Industries of North Louisiana.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for LSU sports.
Bell Brothers Lumber is your local lumber company located at 1321 Martin Lane, just northeast of Bossier High School, featuring hot shot delivery service. They will deliver your lumber hardware needs swiftly and efficiently to your doorstep at no extra charge. And if you have a surplus undamaged materials, they'll pick them up and give you a store credit in return. Spell Brothers Lumber, spellbroslumber.com, 1321 Martin Lane in Bossier City, 318-747-1194.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. Early riser portion of our show is brought to you by Sports World. Old Jack and his crew got you squared away at Sports World. All your athletic gear, school uniforms. I know there are a few folks who are just making it back to school because of this bug that is traveling around, whether it's the flu, whether it's strep, whether it's COVID, whether it's gallbladder. Is that a virus? Gallbladder? No? You're sure? Okay. But some of these kids are getting on those school uniforms for the first time in a long time, and they're like, Mom, my pants are too short. Well, you know where you need to go. Sports World, they've always got the right size. Time now for an LSU update brought to you by Your Business Here. We now have proposals, Greg, in front of 4 businesses. You can't say I'm not trying, buddy. They've all got the information. The first one that says, giddy up, their business will be associated with our LSU update. And right now, still no news as far as a quarterback for Lane Kiffin. They did get a kicker, and he's not even a liquored up kicker. But they did get an Arkansas kicker. So thanks a lot, LSU. One thing that Arkansas had going for them. Hey, at least we got the Starzik kid back. Not anymore. Since Damian Ramos is out of eligibility, and, of course, former Parkway Panther Aaron Burrell entered the transfer portal. Our LSU had no kickers. Well, they've added freshman Scott Starzyk, who was the Arkansas Razorbacks kicker this year, hit 14 out of 18 field goal attempts, went 2 out of 3 in field goals of over 50-plus yards, 47 for 47 on extra points. He was a 5-star prospect, according to Cole's Kicking, which is the number one kicking service, kickers, punters, and snappers. And he was the number one kicker in the 2025 class. So still no quarterback, but they do have a kicker. And they also got the punter from Florida because it probably jibes with Lane Kiffin having the special teams coach from Florida on staff now. As far as the quarterback situation, doesn't feel good about old Sam Levitt showing up in Baton Rouge, does it? Because he left Baton Rouge without a deal, and he went to Tennessee, where he visited last night. Of course, everybody now is assuming that Lane Kiffin and LSU is all in 100% on Washington's Damon Williams, who, of course, signed a name, image, likeness deal to remain at Washington for over $4 million, and then 4 days later entered the transfer portal. Miami, Oregon, and LSU are all apparently hoping to land Damon Williams. Here's the deal. Washington has not put his name in the portal yet. They are basically refusing to put his name in the portal, which I'm like, can you do that? I know he had a do not contact, but they are not putting it out there. Meanwhile, Jedd Fisch, you know, the Washington head coach, Greg? I don't know if you remember this, but he was the head coach at Arizona. And he signed a quarterback out of Arizona by the name of Damon Williams Jr. As soon as Jedd Fisch left Arizona for Washington, guess what he said? Hey, you're coming with me. So he took Damon Williams, who was committed to Arizona. Jedd Fisch said, no, you're coming with me. So, And Tiger Droppings posts this. Jedd Fisch's wife has weighed in on this. That's always fun when the coaches' spouses get involved. Like Brett Bielema's wife blocking me on Twitter. Jedd Fisch's wife, Amber Fisch, and have you ever had the Amber Fish at the, what's that steak place down there, the seafood steak place? Amber Fish is delicious. It's like a red snapper, but not quite as red. Amber Fish says, talking about how Damon Williams announced he was leaving Washington while there was a memorial going on for an athlete at University of Washington, tweeted out, announces during a funeral of an athlete at University of Washington, how disgusting, while all of his other teammates were at the funeral, ! She's not wrong, but she doesn't need to put that out there on social media because she's the head coach's wife, for Pete's sake. Damon Williams will be, well, he's in Damon right now, and he will be demonized wherever he ends up. See how I did that, Greg? I don't know if any of it sounded okay because I have so much congestion. I don't know what I'm sounding like. It probably sounded like I am broadcasting from a bucket of water. And that, my friends, is your LSU Update. Brought to you by possibly you. Security, investments, entertainment. We do it all at Fletcher Worldwide. And we would love to have your business associated with the LSU Update. If you want more information, I can get information to a fifth business. Shoot me a text on the Live Oak Environmental text line. Cookie Man, text in, by the way, on the Live Oak Environmental text line. That last segment was awesome. I'm a rather big dude myself and consider myself a pizza connoisseur, and I can eat it every day. That's probably why I'm a big dude. Pizza Talk. Greg, can you go wrong with Pizza Talk? There was a pizza place in Little Rock called Pizza Day Action. It was really good. And that wraps up our early riser portion of our show, brought to you by Sports World. 8809 Joella, just off 3132. Sports World. They've got your uniforms. It's going to get cold again. We know that. Just in time for all the big soccer matches coming up. If you need a stadium blanket, sweatshirts, You want something with your kiddos' names on it? They got all that stuff. Get it done at Sports World, man. They probably even have Mardi Gras colors of sweatpants. Purple, green, gold. Yeah, I bet Jack can handle that for you. We move into the cleanup hour, brought to you by Fuzzy's Taco Shop. Fuzzy's opens in 1 hour. We'll be back with the SEC update right after this. Hester, I was doing some math the other day.
All right.
I think there have been over 1 million people who have been serviced by Sports World in some shape, form, or fashion in their 50 years of existence.
Okay, I can go along with that.
Are you among that million?
Absolutely.
Aren't we all?
We are.
Do you remember your mouthpieces from Sports World?
Absolutely. Boil
Shin
them and cut them.
guards. Oh, dude.
All that stuff.
The tasty stuff.
Yeah.
Sports World's been around for athletes for 50 years. They'll be around for another 50. Sports World celebrating 50 years.
Hey, y'all, this is Eddie Kennison. As a former Tiger and pro athlete, I know what it feels like not to be at your peak. If you're tired, losing strength, or just not feeling like yourself, it could be low testosterone. That's where Rejuvamine Medical comes in. Their team knows how to help you regain energy, performance, and confidence on and off the field. It's real people right down the street with real support from a medical team that listens and real results you can feel. Schedule your consult today at RejuvaMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME Medical.com.
We've all seen the smiling face for Goodwill Industries, but do we know what Goodwill Industries of North Louisiana is actually doing in our community? Did you know they provide janitorial services, groundskeeping services, switchboard operators? They also have employees at state offices and libraries, at the federal courthouse, the VA, and the private sector as well, right here in Shreveport-Bossier. With accounting, payroll, HR, IT, maintenance, and so much more. Yeah, they've got the retail centers, and yeah, they've got 6 job centers, but they do so much. Goodwill Industries of North Louisiana.
Morrison DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. They know and have experience with the best doctors and experts in their fields to provide the best care. If you or a loved one are injured, it is extremely important to choose the right lawyer. To see what they've done for others or to schedule a free consultation, visit morrisdewitt.com. Paid non-lawyer spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417189. Results may vary.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Bossier City's home for LSU Sports, a Town Square Media station.
Up G Money. How's it going, kids? This is the Tim Fletcher Show. On 103.3 FM, 1130 The Tiger in Shreveport, Bossier, Texarkana. 103.3 FM, 1420 The Goat in Lafayette, Louisiana. Oh, where was it that I had great pizza down in Lafayette? Dennis's. Isn't that right? Boy, that's good. It's a good place. That's been around for a while, too. We are in the cleanup hour, brought to you by Fuzzy's Taco Shop. We go from pizza, tacos, woo! Greg and I sitting there hitting the 3 bills on the scales. Fuzzy's Taco Shop, Drew and the crew, opening their doors in 56 minutes with breakfast tacos. What a great way to get your Thursday started. Yeah, that'll work. How about we do a little SEC update? You guys cool with that? It's brought to you by Bo Harris Wealth Management. You have to pay to advertisement for Bo Harris Wealth Management. Bo Harris Wealth Management. The person that you are here on this January 8th day, 2026, is absolutely positively the best person in the world to take care of who you're going to be on January 8th, 2036, 2046. 2056, 2066 when we're just dust in the wind because of the comet or the Drano. I'm not sure. One of the either comet or Drano is going to end us all. And Bo knows that the person you are today is the perfect person to get the investment plan started, to take care of your retirement needs, to take care of your, I want to help my kids out. I want my kids to not have to worry about taking care of me, or if they are taking care of me, I want to be able to make sure that I'm taking care of my retirement living. You need someone to help you out with a game plan. Buddy, if I got a guy, he is a good dude, man. Bo Harris, 318-670-3101. Ole Miss looking for their first national championship since 1960. I know Ole Miss says they won the 62 championship. They're recognized for the 60. Miami hasn't won a championship since 2002. They square off tonight in a semifinal. Pete Golding yesterday was asked about what message has he sent with the 2 playoff wins after Lane Kiffin left. He goes, I don't have spit to say to anybody. He was asked if he had anything to say to Kiffin or those who doubted Ole Miss would be where they are. He said Kiffin's departure couldn't happen at a better time for the players. He said there was already a culture created. They knew the expectation. The only thing that was different was who's running them out of the tunnel. And to be honest with you, I don't think the players give a damn who runs them out of the tunnel. They care about the plan. They care about being held accountable and how they're going to prepare. And they care about people that care about them. That's been the message our players have created. I don't give a spit, except he added the shh to say to anybody else. He also said you want to build a program to where it's heading in the right direction, and one person, one player is not going to derail that. There's been too much investment in that, and it's been aligned correctly that one person is not going to impact something so drastically. If it is, it's probably not built right. Charlie Weiss Jr., the offensive coordinator. Joe Cox, the co-offensive coordinator and receivers coach, passing game tight end coach and co-offensive coordinator, who are joining Lane Kiffin in Baton Rouge eventually full-time, are the 2 assistant coaches still with Ole Miss at the Fiesta Bowl. Golden confirmed that Weiss and, running backs coach Kevin Smith, sure, will coach in Thursday's game. Tight end coach Joe Cox. Oh, wait. Okay, my bad. I thought Joe Cox was coaching. He's not. It's Kevin Smith is coaching. Joe Cox and George McDonald are not. Okay, I'm sorry. I had that wrong. All 4 of those guys will be in Baton Rouge with Lane Kiffin once the Ole Miss season is completed. But it's Charlie Weiss Jr. and Kevin Smith, the running backs coach, who are going to be there at Thursday's game. And Golding said they have another job that's paying them, and they have a responsibility. And at this time, the way the calendar is now, they have 35 guys that are in the portal, and they have to build a team. Do they want to be here? You're damn right they do. But they've got a job to do. They've got to build a team where they're at. And he says we've got plenty of people here to help coach. That's tonight. It's Ole Miss versus Miami. 6:30. Toe meets pigskin on ESPN. Miami has held steady as a 3.5-point favorite pretty much the entire week. And that, my friends, is your SEC Update. Brought to you by Bo Harris Wealth Management. Bo Harris, the former Shreve Gator, LSU Tiger, Cincinnati Bengal legend, would love to have a cup of coffee with you to discuss your investment game plan. Bo Harris is a certified financial planner, CFP, Certified Investment Management Analyst, CIMA. Securities offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Bo Harris Wealth Management of Conservative Financial is a separate entity from WFAFN. Bo Harris Wealth Management, located downtown Shreveport, 223 Fannin. Phone number 318-670-3101. And online at BoHarrisWM.com. Lucky Jack texted in. Today is Elvis's birthday, January 8th, 1935. Did you know that, Greg? Are you an Elvis guy? Not a big Elvis guy? Yeah. Robert J. Wright helped him, helped deliver him. He was a midwife back in the day.
Sometimes when we make Robert is old jokes, I always think of him like that, the imaginary old Robert, which would have been young Robert 100 years ago, just lived his life talking in old-timey radio voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Elvis. Elvis is a baby. Like, that's just, I imagine that because it makes me laugh.
Well, I play golf with him, and so, yes, I see Robert. He does that. You know, I've told you before, Greg, that we've had to issue a silver alert when he wandered off one time.
All right.
Ernie says if one person don't matter, then why do they still have then why still have the LSU coaches? Good point. Paul says Pete Golding discusses Ole Miss's recruiting plan. Quote, a lot of people recruit based on tradition. We recruit based on trajectory. A lot of those places, they go show them Heisman trophies. They can go show them national championships. Nobody in that damn building won them, end quote. Paul adds, you know you're a loser program when that's your selling point. It's embarrassing. Greg, if you were a recruit, you played high school football, lineman. You were recruited to play college ball.
Yep.
As both of us recruited on a smaller scale compared to what we're talking here, obviously. But let's say you're a top-notch recruit. Are you impressed by what would impress you right now at a college football? What are you looking for if you're a recruit?
Well, like, it's different now, but when I was in those pools and when I was at those camps, I was with some of those guys who were those blue chippers, and watching them interact with coaches versus how other players that didn't have the same, like, 5-star guys.
Right.
Like, in some of these camps, I'm doing drills with Jake Long from Lapeer East, who ends up going to be #1 pick by the Miami Dolphins. He was like, the conversations, the way that he talked, the way that he acted to the coaches was like they're his peers.
Huh.
Where the rest of us, if Greg Herman from Michigan said something to somebody who didn't have the 5-star on their helmet, it was like, yes, sir. Yeah, shaky voice, like, yes.
Right.
And these guys who are like blue chippers. So even at that time, years ago, before there was money officially involved, they were already feeling like, you're my equal. I'm not here to impress you. You're here to impress me. So in today's world, when there's now money involved, it's got to be business transaction when they arrive. Like, if you look at the way that Sam Levitt sits down next to Lane Kiffin at a basketball game, it doesn't look like
coaching
somebody's
player.
Yeah, right. And so if you're, a 17, 18-year-old and you're 5-star and you're getting campus trips all over the place, but you're not talking about, like, dorms, and you're not talking about facilities, and you're not talking about any of that.
You're not talking about your major. You're not talking about any of that.
You are talking about how many zeros, like, what's the situation. So
playing time and money.
Knowing that 20-something years ago, they were already treating coaches of major blue blood programs as though they are on the same level. I cannot imagine what it's like with them thinking they're on the same level, but then putting into it the fact that you are bidding on my services, so now I am above you. You are here to serve me.
All these guys that are at the top of the transfer portal and at the top of the pecking order as far as recruits are making more than their position coaches.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes, exactly. So
they're making more probably than most of the coordinators that they're going to be playing for. They're not making as much as they head coach.
In some situations, they're going to be.
If a team can only pay a head coach $3 million, they're not going to be able to afford a quarterback, for $6.
I bet there's probably a handful where you have a lower level first time head coach, but they still have a big pool.
Maybe, but it'll be close. It'll be close. You're right, in a couple of spots. I guess what I'm trying to also get at, though, like when you walk into the football ops building at LSU, it doesn't take long before you are given access and you're privy to all the guys that have advanced to the league out of the LSU football program, guys that are currently in the league. I know Louisiana Tech has that. Every school makes note, and they want to show recruits, see these guys that you're watching on Sundays, Thursdays, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays as well. Well, they got their start here. We turned them from just a ball of clay into a third-round pick who's now a 2-time Pro Bowler. If I'm a kid, I want to see how many guys you put into the league at my position.
If I'm a 3 or 4 star, that conversation probably
5-star. You already think you're in the league.
5-star,
you believe you're going to be in the league no matter where you go.
Yeah, I'm sure there's probably
typically happens.
There's probably even some 4-star kids who,
right?
I do think that, just from my experience, I do think that the way that a lot of these kids are going into it is with the flipped mentality of, I don't need you to help me get to the league. You need me to help you stay employed. So pay me.
Yeah, I think there's some of that. But I still believe, going with what Kush was saying, I still believe, though, that if I go into a football ops building or I go into the athletic wing or whatever, and I'm going on my recruiting visit, if I see Heisman trophies, if I see national championship trophies, if I see conference championship trophies, if I see a wall of players that are currently in the NFL, I'm liking that. And I do think that is a selling point for a recruit. I do.
I'm making broad strokes.
Sure.
There are going to be some that is extremely important to. There's probably even a couple of 5-stars that is really important. And it would probably be naive to believe that there aren't some 5-stars that are actually even considering academics, because you always see like one of these 5-star recruits that's crystal balled to Stanford.
Yeah.
Or one of these schools that like they're not
like, why are you going there again? They don't do anything.
Because they're actually interested in life after football.
Correct.
And so, you can't just say overall, but I do think the majority of them are thinking about right now in the moment, where's my payday, instead of, and I don't fault them for that. I don't want this to sound like it's sour in any way. Like, we're talking about life-changing generational money in some of these cases.
$5 million is a good amount of money.
$5 million is generational wealth. Like, you could
turn that into,
you could put just stash $4 million of that in a savings account and just
do
the math.
Pull the Gronk, put that money aside, and then whatever you have as salary the rest of your life, live off the salary,
right?
And let that grow. And there's your Bo Harris Wealth Management investment plan.
Just
right
do the
there.
math on just a simple savings on $3 million a year.
Sure.
Like, this is like generational wealth that we're talking about with some of these 17 and 18-year-old kids. So if their main priority is, can I get that extra $500,000? Can I get to that $1 million level? Is somebody really going to give me that money right now? I don't think you can fault somebody for having 2 schools throwing 5 figures at you.
Right.
Well, more than 5 figures. I mean, we're talking 6 figures in a difference between 2 schools. So, I do think that the majority of them are thinking about that first, but I also don't fault them for doing it.
For instance, 30 years. Let's say you put $3 million in 30 years in a moderate investment, 5% interest. Okay, 30 years down the road, that $3 million is $12.4 million. At 7% interest, it's $22.9 million. If you're able to put it into something where it generates 10% interest, you're getting $57 million in 30 years. In other words, you're going to be A-okay.
Yeah. So you're an 18-year-old college kid. You're a hot shot. You get one big offer. It doesn't matter if you fizzle out. Like, you end up, your college career doesn't lead to an NFL career. You're thinking about life after football at that point. You're taken care of.
Right.
Like, you can live comfortably for the rest of your life based on the deal you make at 17 or 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think anybody should be upset with any of the kids. Like, if you're going to be upset with anybody, be upset with the enablers. That's who you should be upset with if you hate.
Well, who are the enablers? Okay, let me ask you that. Who are the enablers now? Is it the coaches? Is it the boosters? Is it the general manager? Is it the agents? Is it the who's the enabler now?
In a situation with, if we're talking about the kids that are high schoolers, if you're above the age of 23 and you're coercing a high schooler into taking a deal anywhere and offering them money for it, you're the enabler. I mean, anybody who's putting this together, like commissioners, athletic directors, coaches, boosters, they're all part of the system. And I get it, but yeah, they are the enablers but it's the whole hierarchy. If they don't, they'll lose their job. So they're trying to stay employed, but in order to stay employed, you got to do filthy business right now. And it's not like they weren't doing filthy business before. It was just a lot easier for them to pretend that they weren't. The money was in an envelope.
Yep.
Instead of
through the back door, not the front door, as Coach O said.
Yeah. And
FedEx envelope from Eddie Sutton. That kind of stuff. The bag man.
You can borrow this jacket for the weekend.
Check the pockets.
Yeah,
I might have left my key. Make sure my keys aren't in the pocket. Mr. Smithwick, there's an envelope in here with my name on it. Oh, well, if it's got your name on it, it must be yours. Keep it, son.
I didn't put that there.
I didn't put that there. Old Rose Sports tweeted out, shows a young woman with 3 kids sitting in a dilapidated kitchen, scraping over porridge. Mommy, how do we get so poor? Your father decided to enter the NFL draft instead of being a 6-year starting quarterback in the SEC.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's.
And again, Quinn Ewers, we used him last week, but I'll bring it up again. Whether, you like Quinn Ewers or not, the fact that he did not leave Texas in the transfer portal because he knew that Texas was going with Arch Manning at quarterback at 2025. He said he wanted to preserve his Texas legacy as a Texas kid. He wanted to be remembered as a Texas Longhorn, didn't want to go cash it in somewhere he could have made $4 or $5 million transferring somewhere. Instead, he put himself into the draft. What was he, 7th-round pick by the Dolphins?
6th or 7th. He was low end.
Yeah. And so he cost himself how much money?
This could be the unintended consequence that benefits college football.
Right.
So
he made $840,000 this year.
I guess if we're gonna do this with a silver lining, you're gonna get more kids who probably don't need to enter the NFL draft early to stay and play. So with all of the faults, if we're gonna find a silver lining, that's gonna be it. You're gonna convince some kids. I mean, right now we've got kids who are fighting to get one more year of. You've got Diego Pavia. You've got Trinidad Chambliss, which, by the way, Trinidad Chambliss should just get the year. If you look at his number, he should have had a redshirt year.
Right.
And
he'll end up winning.
He probably
gets
end up winning. Like, he should have that year.
I agree.
Just
I think
logically.
he'll end up winning.
But Diego Pavia, should he play another year? No. But I understand why he's fighting for it.
Sure.
Because his NFL future is not what it's
nowhere near what he could get at Vandy.
He would make more money next year playing college football than his entire NFL career.
I agree.
So fighting for that year is super important right now. You have kids who are fighting to stay in college instead of fighting to get to the NFL as soon as they can.
Quinn Ewers' contract is a 4-year deal worth $4.3 million total. He was going to make that in 1 year if he transferred to a deep pocket booster school for the 2025 season.
And it's an NFL contract. That's not guaranteed.
Not guaranteed at all. He can be cut tomorrow.
Yeah,
he gets nothing.
Could be cut tomorrow, and he's probably got escalators in there. He has to perform. He has to do this. He has to do that.
Got to be on the roster on a certain day, or he doesn't get anything.
Right. So
whether it was a noble move, and it makes sense if you want to kind of have that Texas legacy, but at some point, Mommy, why are we so poor? Because Dad decided to go to the NFL draft instead of get a 6-year of eligibility in the SEC. 7:25 the time. The cleanup hour brought to you by Fuzzy's Taco Shop. Fuzzy's has breakfast tacos available here in just 35 minutes. Woohoo! Yeah. Dino's, that's what it is, Trey. Thank you. What did I say? Dennis's? Yeah, Dino's in Lafayette. Good stuff. Ernie, sad thing is, if one person doesn't matter, why do they say all the LSU coaches? Sad thing is, most might blow it on, what was that? What in cars? Oh, probably girls in cars. It says grinds in cars. Coffee beans? 903, some of the players have family members representing them in negotiating deals. Nothing can go wrong with that. Yeah, not at all. Nothing can go. There's never been an uncle or a cousin who's stolen money from their talented musician relative, or heck, a mom and dad, and for that matter. Our show is brought to you by Spell Brothers Lumber, 1321 Martin Lane. Did you know that Spell Brothers Lumber does doors and windows? Not only do they have them available to purchase, they install doors and windows, and they do a really good job. I've picked up Robert at his house on our, where did we go to play golf that time? Oh, Lafayette. We went to Lafayette. I was like, oh, that's the door and windows you got from Spell Brothers Lumber. Looking good. He was so happy with the service and with the fellas and the installation that they did. You will be too. Spell Brothers Lumber. It's not just lumber, but boy, have they got the wood. But they've also got your windows and your doors. And they install. Spell Brothers Lumber, 1321 Martin Lane in Bossier City, northeast of Bossier High, between East Texas and I-20, 318-747-1194. Our buddy John Solomons, Louisiana Tech alum, bringing you Tech Tuesdays, brought to you by Spell Brothers Lumber. Fuzzy's Taco Shop cleanup hour continues right after this. The cleanup hour is brought to you by Fuzzy's Taco Shop. Fuzzy's breakfast tacos and breakfast burritos are ready for you at 8 o'clock every single morning. And don't forget their daily specials. Happy hour, 2 to 6, Fuzzy's Taco Shop, 4600 East Texas in Bossier City.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. From moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
The Power Hour, the Tim Fletcher Show, is brought to you by Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas in Bossier City. We don't know where Donnie goes, where he's traveling next, but we do know this. When you go to 3830 East Texas in Bossier City, you're going to get a fair, square deal on a beautiful manufactured home. When you text the old Tim Fletcher Show, buddy, you're using the Live Oak Waste text line. Roy Walters' crew is ready to make sure you don't ever have to worry again about your trash. Whether it's at a business, a restaurant, retail center, apartment complex, you shouldn't worry about your trash. Leave that to Live Oak, man. 230-7125, liveoak-environmental.com, liveoak-environmental.com, 230-7125. Don't worry about your trash. Leave that to Live Oak.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger.
Hello. How you doing? 729, Tim Fletcher Show. Roger Hampton is ailing but getting better. Ailing but getting better, I think is a good way to put it there, Greg. So if you are of the praying kind, the good vibes kind, or the positive vibes, or you just want to say, hey, we want Rogers to feel better, think that. Positive thoughts, prayers, he'll appreciate them. We want him to get better too. Cleanup Hour brought to you by Fuzzy's Taco Shop, 4600 East Texas in Bossier City. You know they cater. You're a big bread in guy, right, Greg? Breakfast for dinner or whatever you call it, break din. I'm a big breakfast for dinner guy, too. I'll eat scrambled eggs, sausage, biscuits, gravy, chocolate gravy, cantaloupe. Why do I weigh so much? Anytime. Did you know that Fuzzy's Taco Shop can cater breakfast, lunch, and dinner? If you want breakfast tacos at a catering event, they got it. If you want their regular tacos, their primo tacos, their Mexican place, their burritos and bowls, you name it, they've got it. You want their nachos, which are fantastic, they've got it. Let Fuzzy's cater your next big deal. Got a Super Bowl party coming up, huh? Fuzzy's Taco Shop.com. Download the Fuzzy's app, start racking up points and get free stuff, man, free food. Mr. Big text in, $840,000 isn't chump change, just saying. No, it is not. I wouldn't know it, but I would assume that if someone gave me $840,000, I would consider that a hefty amount of money. Ooh, Cutler's Mistake says, if Ewers was loyal to the state of Texas, he wouldn't have gone to Ohio State. Maybe he learned his lesson. Oh, Ernie said, sad thing is most might blow it on grinds and cars, which certainly kind of leaves a, like, huh? He meant friends and cars. Friends and cars. So, there we go. Greg, do we have an APB out on Hester yet? Have we heard anything from Hester? What am I doing to start making these people just drop like flies around me? You know, I know I'm the mush when it comes to my my wagering advice usually goes south, and I know that the Fletcher curse is real. Just look at Arkansas's national championships they've won since I've been born. But I didn't know I was making people just start dropping around. So if anyone sees Hester, tell him we miss him up here. Come on up. 7:32 the time. When we come back, we've got your LSU.